In India, the focus at the moment still continues to be on gender, and that's something that we're trying to bridge the gap. We've also looked at our policies regarding maternity and kind of stretched that to 6 months now. And we did that in October last year, and that's something that's been very well received. In addition to that, we also added on the flexi working hours. Especially for the women who at the end of 6 months might feel, I cannot come back to a 40-hour work week. I need to kind of take baby steps and come back. So not even part-time, like you can actually do flexi hours, which is about 12 hours. So that's something that we've gone ahead and launched as well, and again, very well received.
We develop talent across the organization. We really look at all appointments from a balanced slate perspective. So building on meritocracy, we don't say to people, we don't appoint people because they're female or they're in a D&I group. We really say, we look at a balanced slate. So equal number of men and women for any position, and then you get appointed based on merit. And I think that's really important for making the business case stick.
Something that we said, how do we stand for one part of diversity, which is gender diversity, and how do we make sure our women feel included? Last week we announced a globally common minimum program, which was consistent, irrespective in any part of the world we operate, a 16-week minimum guarantee of a maternity leave. And when you ask people, what do you know about Vodafone? The only thing they remember is the Zuzus, our advertisement campaigns. The Zuzus, and the other one that people remember is the pugs, right? The little, cute little fellows. Now, you think of that, those are both ideas that was generated by women in our Indian operation.
I'm part of the KPMG's National Women's Advisory Board in the U.S., which is the oldest affinity group that we have within KPMG. We now have a number of others that are related to ethnic diversity or LGBT as well. But the women's group actually started, the women's board started about 12 years ago and has continued ever since, and is now diffused throughout the world actually in chapters that are called KNOW. Everything at KPMG starts with a K. So it's the KPMG Network of Women, which is the KNOW, and that's the organization that is in part responsible for this wonderful event today.
So each one of us talking about our organization, what it is doing in terms of, the gender diversity or whatever. So I just want an answer for, are we doing anything for a child, to create an awareness for them to how to shape up their career or to imagine their career?
And we're starting to do that within the KPMG, is really start to look at women who are have children and are thinking about how do they prepare their own children for workforce. How do they prepare their sons to be inclusive and supportive, and how do they prepare their daughters to be confident? So even one step back, further back than you were going.